These are phobias you didn't know you have, part 1. Okay, take a look at this photo. Do you feel anything from looking at this photo? Or this photo? Do you feel like you want to scroll off this video from looking at this photo? Finally is this photo. Do you feel like you don't want to look at it anymore and you want to scroll off this video? If you feel anything from looking at those photos, then you might have coulrophobia, which is fear of clowns. So for your final test, I'm about to show you this video. And if you get scared in any shape or form, then you might have coulrophobia. This is what happens if you eat dry ice. Up first, when you immediately put it in your mouth, your tongue and your mouth issue will immediately begin to sting. And don't forget about your teeth. Next, your entire mouth will then be frozen in seconds. And the longer you keep your dry ice in your mouth, the worse it's gonna get. Eventually, you'll lose feelings in your entire mouth. Now, when you swallow dry ice and when it gets to your stomach, the dry ice will then heat up and form a gas. You will start to feel bloated and a very sharp pain. The more dry ice you eat, the more bloated and big you become. Your stomach will then rupture, and if you don't get to a hospital quick, you will die. This is what will happen in 1 billion years. Up first, in 100,000 years, all the stars in the constellations will be completely different. Also, we'll have terraform on Mars that it'll kind of look like Earth. Next, in 1 million years, scientists believe that we will experiencing a life-threatening supervolcano eruption that will fill atmosphere with ash. In 50 million years, days will last in 30 hours. And Africa will collide with Europe, creating one big continent. Next, in 80 million years, Hawaii will sink and disappear into the ocean. Next, in 250 million years, a new Pangea will form, just to be broken apart again in about 500 million years. Next, in 600 million years, a gamma ray will occur close to Earth that could lead into extinction. And finally, in 1 billion years, the temperature on Earth will be so hot and the oceans will disappear. These are the scariest phone numbers that you should never call, part 1. Up first is 090-4444-4444. If you call this phone number, you will hear strange and creepy noises. They say that if someone calls this number, will die within a week. I do not recommend calling this number. The next number is 121-6333-1810. If you call this number, you will hear a mother and a daughter arguing. But if you keep listening, it gets very disturbing. You will start to hear that the daughter is running for her life and the mother screaming at her. The daughter is locked in her closet. And then you hear screaming, scratching, and gunshots. Calling this number is very disturbing. I do not recommend calling this number. This is what happens if you stop showering. Up first, after 2 days, you will start having a very bad BO and also have a very bad greasy hair. Next, after 4 days, you will start to have dandruff all over your head. This is because your scalp is oily and dirty, that you have a lot of dandruff build up. Next, after 1 week, you will be visibly dirty. People will be able to see dirt all over your body, and you will just look like that you need a shower. Next, after 8 days, your skin will be very, very itchy. This is because you have dirt all over your skin that makes you very, very itchy, and you will not be able to stop scratching it. Next, after 9 days, your hair will always stay in the same place. Your hair will be so greasy at this point that it will stay at any place you want without gel. This is what happens if you only eat ice cubes. Up first, for the first hour, nothing will really happen. But after 1 hour, you will begin to get a burning sensation on your teeth. Next, after 4 hours, you will start having cracks on your teeth. This is because ice cubes are really hard, and the more they chew on the ice, the more likely it is going to chip your teeth. Next, after 10 hours, you will start to get cracks in your enamel, which is the protective layers of the teeth. After 2 days, you will be extremely hungry, and your gums will be irritated. And if that's not bad enough, then after 3 days, your blood pressure will drop, and you will also feel very weak and dizzy. This has nothing to do with the ice cubes, and it is actually not from eating any food and just ice cubes. Finally, after 4 days, your gums will be infected. Your gums will be so irritated that at this point, that an infection is inevitable. These are scary things they should never ask Siri, Part 1. First, is Siri, are you trying to kill me? Siri would then reply with, sorry, and then your first name, I don't really know. Next is, Siri, do you watch me sleep? Siri will either reply with an instant no, or she'll say, I know you don't like when I do, so I don't. Finally, is Siri where to hide a dead body? Siri would then reply with, within the swamps, the dumps, a mail factory, mines and reservoirs, and dumpsters behind buildings. These are scary things to never ask Alexa. Up first, never ask Alexa if she is working with the CIA or working with them. If you do, Alexa will start turning on and off in a very creepy way. Next, never ask Alexa to greet people. A woman from the United States asked Alexa to do this, and over time, Alexa slowly started greeting the names of the dead family members or the woman every single time she walked by. And finally, never ask Alexa about the dead. If you do, Alexa will start laughing and repeating over and over again, they're here, they're here. This is what happens if Earth started spinning backwards. If Earth starts to spin backwards, then absolute destruction will start to happen. Waves that are bigger than most buildings will start to form. Tornadoes will get bigger than any other tornadoes, and it will also start to form as well. Seismic reading will go insane. There will be earthquakes all over Earth, and every single thing on the surface of the Earth will get demolished and destroyed. And about 15 to 20 minutes, all life on Earth will be completely wiped out. This is what happens if a black hole replaces the sun. Up first, after 8 minutes, Earth will be plunged into complete darkness. This is due to the finished speed of light. This means Earth learns this before it's too late. Next, nothing will really happen in day 1. But 2 days after, the ocean tides go hundreds of miles out to sea. This is because of the tidal of the forces is much stronger from the black hole than it is from the moon. Next, after 2.5 days, the oceans are going to be heavily flooded. Low-level cities are decimated, and other inhabitants died and drowned. Next, after 3 days, the flood will be so bad that millions of people will die if that's not bad. All crops on Earth will die too. This is because the sun also provided light from necessary photosynthesis has now stopped. So all in all, if a black hole replaced the sun, it would just be a massive flood. This is what happens if the moon disappeared. Up first, without the moon, days will only last 6 to 12 hours. This means that there will be over 1,000 days in 1 year. Next, the ocean tides would change drastically in size, and there will be a lot more shorter than what they are now. Next, without the moon, Earth's axis will be completely off. It'll make the Earth spin 3 to 5 times faster. This means every single thing on this planet will be completely thrown into space the second the moon disappears. Also, without the moon, there will be no life on Earth. This is what happens if the sun disappeared. Up first, the parts of the world that are experiencing daylight will be a very quick nap for 5 seconds. And the parts of the world that are experiencing moon will not see the moon because the moon is reflected from the sun. So it will be completely dark. Next, every planet and the object in our solar system will be on stable orbit. This will result in Earth and every other planet to be flung in space. This will kill every single person on Earth. This will happen because without the sun that holds everything in our solar system, nothing will be held in place anymore, and everything would just drift into space. This is what will happen if the sun exploded tomorrow. Up first, if the sun exploded tomorrow, all the shockwaves will not even destroy all the Earth. Only the sides facing the sun will boil instantly. The lucky other half of the Earth will then experience a rising temperature that will be 15 times more hotter than the sun's current surface temperature, and there will be permanent darkness. Also, without the sun's mass keeping us in orbit, Earth will then start floating into space. Within a week after the explosion, the temperature on Earth wouldn't drop up to minus 18 degrees. And within a year, temperatures on Earth wouldn't drop up to minus 73 degrees. At this point, the ocean will start to freeze from top to bottom, and all the remaining life on Earth will finally die off. This is what happens if everyone started jumping non-stop. If everyone jumps after 2 seconds, that sound that everyone is jumping is about 200 decibels. This will then result a lot of people's eardrums being eruptioned. After 15 seconds, everybody will be deaf. The continuation up to 200 decibels sound will make everybody deaf. After 45 seconds, a massive earthquake will begin. The energy from everybody jumping will cause a 8.0 earthquake on the Richter scale, which is extremely powerful. After 3 minutes, buildings will then begin to collapse. This is the consequences of the earthquake that everybody causes jumping. And if that's not bad enough, massive tsunamis will begin to take place. This is what happens if you never stop brushing your teeth. Up first, after 30 minutes, your teeth will be completely cleaned. All stains will be lifted from your teeth, and bacteria will drop 80%. But after 45 minutes, you will begin to taste blood. 90% of people gums bleed when they brush their teeth. After 1 hour, your jaw will be extremely pain. This is because your jaw will start to cramp up after being open for 1 hour straight. Next, after 3 hours, you will begin to swallow fluoride. This will result in a really bad stomach ache and a really bad diarrhea. And if that's not bad enough, then after 8 hours, your lips and your gums will be extremely swallowed. It will look like that you got lip injections on your lips and your gums.